Hey, so it's time to start with what we call conversation partners. Now, the term conversation partner can be a little misleading, and maybe in the future we'll change it to something else, I'm not sure. But how this started was we thought originally you would talk with someone over WhatsApp and just try to have conversation with them. But what we found is that since you were doing this over WhatsApp, it sometimes felt a little bit artificial and not totally real. And so this semester, we're doing things differently. And instead of the purpose of a conversation partner being you talking with your conversation partner and having conversation with them, the main purpose is having your conversation partner help you prepare and debrief for real-life conversations with a real Afghan in person. Well, as a part of our class, you've already been meeting with Afghans at least 1 hour a week. Now we're going to connect you over WhatsApp with a conversation partner who will help you be able to prepare for those meetings and then debrief after those meetings as well. So real quickly, I'm just going to show you, you'll see now on Google Classroom, you actually have 3 separate tasks. One to do before the meeting, one like to meet, and then one to do after the meeting, okay? Now, this does take time, but don't worry, it's not going to take a huge amount of time. And here's the thing, this is really what's going to help you bridge between the class, what you're learning in class, and actually really start to use that in real life, okay? So this is probably the most important activity you could do each week, okay? So I'd really encourage you to make the most of this resource. Okay, so first you're going to have part A, which is going to be titled Prepare to Meet Your Friend. And the instructions are, before visiting your friend, follow these steps. Look at your gather and go sheet. Are there any of these phrases you could use with your friend? So you've already been doing that. Number 2, think of other things you want to ask your friend. Ask your conversation partner how to say what you want to say. Okay? So, for example, oh, my friend just had a birthday. How do I say happy birthday? Okay? Your conversation partner speaks English, and so you can just write it in English. How do I say this? Or, if you want to, try to use your Pashto phrases. Pashto ki birthday tatsuway, or happy birthday tatsuway. Okay, and literally what you're saying is in Pashto, for birthday, what are they saying? For birthday, what are they saying? Birthday tatsuway, right? Number 3, practice saying any new phrases one time for your to your conversation partner and ask them to give you feedback and correct your mistakes. So maybe they say, how you say happy birthday is, only the Dari phrase is coming to me at the moment. What is the Pashto phrase? Okay, let's do another one. Let's say you want to say, what is your name? I know you know that. So you could say, Numde Tsushede, right? So they teach you that phrase, and then now you can practice saying that phrase back to them. Numde Tsushede. Is that right? And then they can say, yeah, that's right. Or, actually you're saying gnome, and it's Numde Tsushede. Okay? So that will help prepare. So that when you go into the meeting, you're confident you've got a new phrase you've learned that you can practice. Then, part B is meet your friend. So meet your Pashto speaking friend and practice your phrases. Keep track of new words they say that you can't figure out. Okay, so jot them down real quick or have them record what they're saying on your phone. So, yeah, this could be a little bit tricky. I'd really encourage you, one phrase you could ask your conversation partners, how do I say, can I record your voice? I want to listen to it later and practice learning new words, something like that. So try to learn that phrase, because then you can say to your friend, oh, sorry, poineshwam, and then hold it up. And then maybe, can I record, starab saptawaleshem. Number 2, new things you want to say in Pashto but don't know how to say. Let's say in the meeting, your friend says something, and you're like, oh, I just really wish I knew how to respond with this. Keep track of that. Note that down. Maybe say it in English in a WhatsApp message real fast. Okay, and to yourself or to your conversation partner even in the meeting, and then ask them what it is, okay? Or ask them how to say it. Also, again, remember, at this level, you should not expect to understand everything, but celebrate recognizing words and phrases you are learning. You guys are still, Pashto, babies in Pashto, right? So you're not going to understand everything, and that's okay. That's where you're at. So don't put the pressure on yourself to understand everything. So realistically, if there's 2 or 3 phrases you're learning from the meeting, and especially it may be things that you hear that are repeated over and over again that they're saying to each other, within the family, then those are the phrases I would say. Wait, what are you saying? What are you saying, Chiwei? Or sorry, that's Dorian Pashto. Tsuwei. Okay. Then lastly, debrief with your conversation partner. So after you meet with your Afghan friend in Houston, tell your conversation partner how it went. You can do this in English, okay? You can say, hey, it went well, they did this, blah, 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 okay? Focus on cultural questions. My friend said this, but I don't understand why. Can you help me? Okay, that's one thing. Number 2, what new words or phrases mean. So those words or phrases that you recorded, ask them what it means. Send them on WhatsApp. My friend said this. What does that mean? And then ask them how to say other phrases you realized you wanted not to say during your time with your friend, but you couldn't. Okay. So pretty simple. Okay. So again, just really want to emphasize. Definitely keep up with your Anki decks. That's really important as much as you can. But this is actually, dare I say it, more important than Anki. Okay? It's more important because, again, now you're going to be getting that real life language, which is the end goal. You want to be able to communicate with people. And so this tool will really, really help you get customized language for your situations, for your friends, so you can really talk to them in Pashto. Thanks.